Welcome to the Coffee Corner Show. My name is Noel Omega. I'm your host today. And today we're very proud to have with us Miss Odette Quesada. Welcome.
Thank you. Nice to be here.
Well, we're very happy that you can join us today. So Odette, I've heard about you before, and I'm sure our viewers will really appreciate your performance, and they're going to see it today. Tell us a little bit about your background and what brought you here today.
Well, I started as a songwriter back in, I'm going to date myself now, 1982, Philippine Music, Metro Manila Popular Music Festival. And I started as a 16, 17-year-old, and I became a professional songwriter after that. And then started writing songs for the era's singers like Rick Sagreto, Kulidesma, Sharon Cuneta, Raymond Lauchenko, and so on. So eventually, I ventured into singing my own songs too. So I think a lot of people remember me for a particular song called "Friend of Mine," yes. Which is what I'm going to do later on.
Great, fantastic. So, what genre of music do you normally prefer, or do you gravitate towards?
As a songwriter, I'm a pop songwriter. I'm mostly known for my ballads and my teeny bopper songs. Considering I was a teenager when I was writing them, so.
Right. Yeah. We all remain a teenager deep inside us.
Yeah, but as a listener, I'm pretty broad with my choices of music. So I listen to mostly everything that's out there.
That's great. And since you came here to America, what have been the projects leading up to today?
Well, for the longest time when I moved here, I was just doing a lot of production work, making albums for aspiring Filipino American songwriters and singers. And my late husband and I used to produce even local artists from the Philippines who would come to the U.S. to record. So we did that. And then just recently I started performing again. When I turned 50 a couple of years ago, I decided to bite the bullet again, so to speak, and try my hand at performing live again. I haven't done that in a long time, almost 20 years, if not a little more than 20 years. So on my 50th birthday, on a dare, I decided to go back on stage.
Great, and
I've been doing that occasionally.
Yes.
Yeah, performing on the side.
Fantastic. Where do you normally stay in the United States? What
I'm a
geographical area?
I'm a Los Angeles area resident.
Terrific. Yeah. And what would you say are the prospects of our performers following your particular footsteps here in Los Angeles or in America? Our young people, for example.
The Filipino-American community.
Yeah, especially those that are being introduced to your music and yourself. And
I know, and I'm so sorry. Your parents are making you do that. Listen to my songs.
oh, don't be.
No, I've come across a lot of 20-year-olds, even 30-year-olds who have found me through their parents. So I'm pretty psyched about that.
So you go across the age divides as far as generations
I'd
are
like
concerned.
to think so, because a lot of people back home are still redoing my songs, doing a new version of it. They're in telenovelas and teleserias and commercials, and yeah, it's still out there. I'm pretty happy about that.
Great.
I'm still. The songs are still out there. Yeah. They may not know who wrote them, but
and as far as community,
still hearing it.
Yeah, and we really love to hear about you and from you, and I'm sure our viewing audience will feel the same way. Tell us a little bit before we take a quick break.
Okay.
Tell us a little bit about any advocacies you might be doing in the community, or are there any special things that you do now every once in a while, being active in the community? Not just to promote yourself, but to promote perhaps your passion.
I don't know about advocacies. I do have a 9 to 5 job, which pretty much keeps me very, very busy. So on the chance that I do have an offer to perform, I do, be it fundraising or my own fundraising. So
Yes, of course. We all understand that. Yes.
we all gotta do the grind and make a living, right?
Absolutely, yes. But that's good. I'm glad you're doing well here in LA, where most of us are, and of course, in America, and still reaching out back to viewers in the homeland, because this is international reach. And so we're going to take a quick break here. And when we come back, we'll talk more about Odette and her recent projects. So we'll be right back. Please stay with us. And welcome back. My name is Noel Omega, and we're here with Odette Quesada on the following segment. And we're talking to her about her recent activities here in the United States, how she started back in the Philippines, and now we're going to push forward and learn more about her.
Okay.
As time moves on, and she's here in the U.S., tell us a little bit more about your personal side of life that you're currently going through now. Maybe any family members that you're with. We want to see a little background
I have
here.
one offspring. I have one kid. He's finishing up college right now, and my parents are still pretty much around.
That's good.
Yeah,
It's good to
they
hear.
live in Arizona.
Right. Yes. And you go to Arizona, visit them once in a while.
Maybe twice a year, something like that.
And your kid is here in LA.
Yes, he lives with me. Yeah.
That's terrific. Yes. So, as an artist, what do you value most during your personal time?
As an artist, what do I value most during my? Just finding the time to actually have personal time for myself.
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
That must
like
be
I
tough.
mentioned earlier, I have a 9 to 5, which is actually an 8 to 6. So that pretty much takes up all my days during the week, and my weekends are spent. If I do have an available weekend to do shows, then I do that.
Great. Talking about shows, you do have a show coming up.
Yes, I do. In fact,
Tell us a little bit
great
about
segue,
that.
by the way.
Yes.
I am honored to be part of a concert at the Ford Amphitheater here in, is it Hollywood? Hollywood?
Yes.
Yeah, and I'm with some distinguished artists like Louis Reyes, Annie Nepomuceno, and Geneva Cruz from Smoky Mountain.
Great. Fantastic. Terrific.
It's called Serenata Filipina. So I guess it's an all-female concert.
I think the Filipina kind of gives that away, doesn't
yeah,
it?
I
Yeah,
know.
that's great.
Well,
Terrific.
unless-
There are 4 main
I'm
performers.
going to just put my glasses on
Oh,
so
sure,
I can see
absolutely.
what I'm reading.
You look
Yep.
wonderful with your glasses, by the way.
Thank you.
I need to put mine on.
Yeah, this is on October 7 at 6:30 p.m. So it's an early Sunday evening show.
Oh, fantastic. Great, yeah. And we'd like to tell our viewing audience, you'll probably have an opportunity to win 2 tickets to that show. And what we really need to do, and we really appreciate you being able to provide this possible participation. So if you'd like to see Serenata Filipina version 2.0, so they've had this before,
They've had it before.
on Sunday, October 7, then we urge you to be a part of our viewing audience. Come here to the historic Filipino town here at 740 West Temple Street during our taping, and our taping will be displayed right here, right around here,
Right around there.
so that you'll be able to come. Fill out one of these. Another thing that you may want to do is just reach out to us through our contact information, which will magically appear right here also, and become the magic of technology, the magic of media. Tell us a little bit about Serenata Filipina before we wrap up this segment, so that people will have a particular longing or taste for it? Just a little bit.
Well, if you're longing for good old original Filipino music, that is pretty much what we'll be performing.
Yes.
The 70s, the 80s, 90s OPM. Yep. So anybody there about my age or a little younger or a little older, I think you'll enjoy the show because it's a retrospective of all the original Filipino music.
Yes.
We'll be
Yes.
tackling, and some of my songs too.
We are definitely looking forward to seeing you now. I'll still be in town then. So
great.
I'll
Okay,
definitely
see you at the
gravitate
show.
to seeing that there.
Yeah.
To see the four magnificent ladies perform. Of course, today our headliner is Odette Quesada. Over here, I believe we have Louis Reyes, we
Louis
have Annie
Reyes,
Nepomuceno,
Annie Nepomuceno.
Geneva Cruz.
Yep.
All of them are wonderful.
And it's a live band that we're having.
It's a live band, yes.
With Laurie Illustre
Right,
as
yeah.
the musical director.
So whether or not you're a Filipino American, I really
Yeah, because we
encourage you to
actually
come.
have English songs. Most of my hits were English. So.
And some Filipino songs also.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Right, yeah. Wonderful thing about music is sometimes even if you don't understand the lyrics, the
That's
emotions
true.
come
That
through.
is true. It doesn't matter whether you understand it, but for Filipinos who have not heard a lot of these old Filipino songs, then they truly enjoy the nostalgia behind it. So
Right.
yeah.
So all we can really say now is, what else are you waiting for? Ask us about how you can avail of one of the two or both of the Serenata Filipina version 2.0 tickets.
Yep. And for ticket info, they can contact fordtheaters.org.
Okay.
And I'm sure the magic of technology will allow you to see the rest of the information on how to purchase the tickets. Show them?
Show them that.
Show that?
And this
Ticket
one here
prices
also.
are, if I may, $40, $50, $70, and $100. And if you're a student, you can avail of a $35 ticket, provided you have your ID with you.
Student ID. There
And
you
you get it at the box office.
That's too bad I lost my ID.
You can't use the one from 30 years ago. I think it has to be a current student ID.
Thank you for clarifying that. Odette, such a pleasure.
I do have one more thing.
Yes, please,
I
go
have,
ahead, plug
I have
it
a
in.
show, and I heard that this show of yours goes all over.
Yes.
I do have a show on October 13 together with my other female artist friends. It's called Lola Land. It's actually a Fe de los Reyes concert. She's a
Oh,
Filipina
yes,
American
yes, yes.
comedian. And with
Yes.
Cecilia Zarcon, Jam Morales, Chiqui Pineda, myself on October 13 at the historic Ball Theater in San Leandro, California. This one is October 13, Saturday, 7:30 p.m.
Fantastic. Terrific. We are all looking forward to your performances, especially the upcoming Serenata Filipina version 2.0. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
And we'll see you again. Take care.
Nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you.
I've known you for so long, you are a friend of mine. Is this all we'd ever be? I've loved you ever since, you are a friend of mine. Babe, is this all we ever could be? You tell me things I've never known, showed you love you never showed. Then again, when you cry, I'm always at your side. You tell me about the love you've had, listen very eagerly. Deep inside you never see, it's feeling of emptiness that makes me feel sad. Then again, I'm Just remember.
Welcome back to the Coffee Corner Show. We have with us, what did I say? My favorite person, Nepomuceno in the house.
Hi! Yes, my favorite Thelma and Erica. Hi.
And she is really such an angel. She came from like a late rehearsal, but she's here with us with her lovely, supportive husband in the background, Ed. Hi, Ed. We'll have you on here in just a while. But for now, if you don't mind, okay, we have Marie Koenig on the phone patch with us. And Erica, do say a little something about Marie. Marie, Erica, my co-host here, has done a little homework on you. Go ahead, Erica.
So Marie is the president of the Philippine American Chamber of Commerce, and she also was born and raised in the Philippines, and she went to USD. And one of my favorite things about her is that she's a former beauty queen and model.
Yay! A former beauty queen and model. And the reason why Erica says that's her favorite thing about you is because she's won herself. She just won in the most recent Miss Cosmopolitan.
It's continental.
I'm sorry.
I was so many.
Okay, let me correct myself. I was telling you guys my dear Paul was in Hawaii because that's where I'm going to next, I hope. But he's actually in North Carolina. That's where he's helping out the people through Red Cross. So Marie, welcome to the Coffee Corner Show.
Good morning, everybody.
And thank you so much. I know you're at the workshop somewhere out of town. Where exactly are you and what are you doing there? Do tell. I think we just lost her. Are you there? The call dropped. So that's okay. She will call back, I'm sure. So meanwhile, we have Annie here who's ready to talk about the upcoming concert.
Yes!
Serenata. She knows it. She did her homework. That kind of
Is there a reason why?
Oh yeah, that's right. It's Serenata Filipina version 2.0 because this is the second time that I'm doing a show that is mostly OPM with a variety of artists.
I love your shows.
Oh, thank you.
And I'm so happy you're getting it on the 4th.
Yes.
There's again.
I am so happy.
Right? That must have been quite a feat to get you back on there. I mean, it's beautiful. They renovated.
Yes,
Right?
exactly.
And you were there with Ron Tavia. Was the last time?
I think I was. Yeah, the
I
first
know.
one there.
There we have it.
Right.
She knows her stuff. Now Marie's back. You don't
Okay,
mind?
sure.
Okay.
Go ahead.
This is just a fun as. It's an all-women empowerment show. Okay, Marie, we lost you there, but you're back.
I lost you because somebody was calling in. I don't know why that happened.
That's all right, my dear.
I don't know where you left off, but
We wanted to know where you are. Get us envious. We three ladies here wanted to know where you are. Which part of the world are you at?
I'm in Columbus, Ohio. We're here for the Lions International USA Canada Leadership Forum. Basically, all the leaders from all the Lions organizations from different parts of the world. Especially the incoming district governors, which is what I will be. I'm the incoming district governor.
Congratulations!
I'm only the second Filipino woman to become district governor. But we will be inducted next year in Italy.
Nice. Can we come? Can we come and maybe give you a little bit of support while you're there?
Of course you can. Actually, my entire Lions Club will be in attendance next year in Milan, Italy.
Wonderful.
So, yeah, you guys are more than welcome.
We're sort of half teasing, but not half. But just the other half is teasing. The other half is actually
wants to go.
Dying to go. So anyway, yeah, my brother actually is part of the Rotary Club, and I'll tell you about that. But yeah, you probably met him better on there. But we'll talk about that later. Let's talk about you. So you're an amazing woman. I haven't met you in person. I'll tell you guys that much. But I've spoken with her. But I've heard her reputation precedes her. This girl, if we haven't lost her, you still there? Of course we lost her. But let me tell you a little something about her, and hopefully we'll get her back on. This girl is into everything. She runs a construction company. She is the head, like you said, of the president of the Filipino American Chambers of Commerce. She's hoping to get all those chambers to really unite, which is what we want, because we Filipinos, unfortunately, have the reputation of having factions left and right, which is not always helpful. So Marie, do you think I should call?
My phone is a busy phone. Somebody keeps calling me. I don't know how to block them.
That's okay. Does anybody know how to block a call from a phone? That's okay. We'll make this quick. So quickly, tell us what you're doing for the Trade Expo in the Philippines and when that's happening.
Well, I'm the president of the National Federation of Philippine American Chambers of Commerce. So in the United States, we have close to 30 Filipino American Chambers of Commerce in several, in a bunch of states, from California all the way to Hawaii and Florida. And actually, as part of my legacy project, I also started the Global Federation. So this year we will be joined by people from Mexico, Austria, some Middle East people, and also from Thailand, Switzerland, and Spain. So, and of course, I will be bringing the youth. I also, as one of our legacy projects for the Federation, I started what's called now the YBU, Young Business United, which is a mentoring program for all young business entrepreneurs starting out in the entire United States. It's that way because a lot of our first business time people, you're almost always set up to fail if you don't have good mentoring. So I figured, to improve the chances of Filipino American businesses against the mainstream businesses, it would be good for us to provide a mentoring program for them so that they can avoid the pitfalls of starting their own business.
That's amazing. That's an amazing plan. That's what I love about this show. I have people like you, like Annie here, who's all about giving back to the community and just uplifting the Phil-Am community here in Los Angeles, as well as in other parts of the world. So thank you for all that you do. That's happening in October, isn't it?
Yes, it's from, actually, this year we added a component. We're also doing a B2B in Calabarzon, which is Calamba, Laguna, Quezon, Batangas, and we're as part of our tour. And then we have the Philippine Business Conference, where we join the main group, the Philippine Chamber of Commerce and Industry, and that is at Manila Hotel from October 18 and 19. And of course, the Vice President starts the first day, and then the President, the speech ends on the second day, and then we have our formal gala that night.
Wonderful, wonderful. And how many attendees are you hoping to have?
From the United States, there will be close to about 85 of us.
Wonderful.
And from the Philippine side, of course, in their home turf, there's going to be about 1,500 of them.
That is such a huge number.
Every other year we host here in the United States. So last year we hosted it in Arizona, and of course the Philippine Chamber of Commerce and Industry, they sent us their delegates. They had about 70 delegates last year.
That's wonderful. And you're from Arizona, actually, right, Marie?
Yes, I am. So the home of the Federation in Arizona right now.
Okay, now, and I was just telling them that you're into everything. You've got a jewelry shop, yes, jewelry business.
No, well, that's probably more part of our fashion business. We
The
have
fashion
a
line.
company called Fashiontology, and then lately we also set up Pageant Promotions LLC. I'm just one of the partners, and we produce shows, we produce fashion shows. But no, my main business is construction. I'm a developer.
Yeah, I heard about that. I was just bragging to these girls. My goodness, she's into everything.
One of 3 women builders in Arizona.
I love that about you. I love that about you.
But I also own several flooring stores, so we sell flooring, countertops, cabinets, and doors, Mexican doors.
What is it that you can't do, lady? What is it that you can't do, Marie?
And I also own a real estate company.
That's amazing. Well, we will have you on here live the next time, okay? I want you here, body and soul, at the Coffee Corner show here in Los Angeles at our Philippine American community of Los Angeles Center. It's actually improved. You love it. And so, when are you coming to LA?
I'll be more than happy to come.
Wonderful. When are you headed to LA?
Well, I'll be there at the stopover on my way to the Philippines. But, you know, when I come home, I can stay for a day if you want me to. So,
Absolutely.
I don't know when your next show is.
Yes, and when is that stopover going to happen? I'll meet you at the airport.
I get back to the USA on October 28th.
And when do you leave?
But then November 10, I have to go to Winnipeg, Canada for the advanced leadership training in Canada.
Why
Yeah,
not?
you know, next year I'm district governor, so I have to go to all these schooling as to what my duties will be.
Well, keep it up, girl, and you make us proud, right, ladies?
That's right.
I will talk to you soon, Marie. Thank you so much for being part of our show today.
Thank you for inviting me in, ladies. It was a pleasure speaking to you, and you guys all have a great day. Thank you so much, Thelma.
Absolutely. You take care.
Take care, guys.
We'll be right back. We're back at the Coffee Corner show. I know we look silly doing this, right? But there's a reason. And he's going to talk about this concert. And look at how pretty she is here. Can you close up on this? She's really pretty in person, but even look at this. This is such a wonderful photo.
Oh, thank you.
And this was taken last.
The version
very first
one.
version one, okay.
Yeah.
Also
Yes.
at the Fort.
Yes, also at the Fort. So this is the Fort stage in the background. And this was taken in 2014 where the first Serenata Filipina was staged. So it's basically a variety show with different artists of different genre or Filipino Americans. So in the version one, we had the Haranamans Chorus who had
Yes.
choral music and they of course also do pop. And we had Mon David.
Yes.
And then we have Luis Cornelius who was doing
Love
classical
her,
music, Lara
yes.
Abengoza, and myself.
Wow.
Yeah, so this time, you know, I know you're looking at the photo at the bottom. However, there's more interesting photos at the top.
But you're my favorite.
Oh,
I know all these nice ladies. I
Well,
love
Odette was here last week, so maybe she
Yes.
was your favorite last
them.
time.
No, I wasn't here.
Oh, yeah.
But then I like you too. I promise.
Yeah, because, you know, I'm joined by this very talented lady. So we're calling this show more Pinay Power.
Yes.
Yeah, because it's
It makes sense. It's appropriate.
yeah, and it's all female. We have an all female lineup because Erica also mentioned that the last time you were at the
Yes,
Fort
I
was
was.
the Philharmonic. So we had all males then, the Philharmonic and the Haranamans
And
Chorus.
Ed was there.
Yes, exactly.
Of course.
So this time, you know, and I couldn't not talk about it enough. For example, I'm really in deep admiration with my co-headliner, who is Miss Louie Reyes.
She's been around forever, but you know what? She is ageless, much like yourself.
Oh, thank you.
Right? She is. I remember her with New Minstrels.
Exactly, and she has
And then
a,
she's also a teacher like yourself. She's an educator.
exactly. So those are the things that we have in common. And there's a third one. I'll tell you about the third one in a while. But we both come from vocal groups with her with the New Minstrels,
Right.
me from Three of a Kind and the Philippine Mandrila Singers.
Yes.
And then we're both teachers. We
Yes.
both teach voice, do vocal
You do
coaching.
give individual classes. I know that.
yes,
as well as
exactly.
group classes.
Yeah, exactly. And the third thing that we have in common is that we both played Lady Tiang in a production of The King and I. She did hers famously in the 90s, I think, because she uprooted herself and her son, who was cast in the show as well, and they did a tour of Australia. She was out for about a year.
And
doing
you
that
did.
role. And I did it here in Thousand Oaks. I had a run and I appeared with 80s star Debbie Gibson as
Oh,
playing
wow.
Yeah. So I'm like, oh, we never get to talk about it. But there is a Facebook post about it that was
I love
showing us
it.
pictures
I love
from
it.
before. So, and then we've known each other for decades.
Okay.
And then we realized, because earlier this year, we planned this like last year, the
Sure.
concert.
It always takes at least a year.
Yeah,
to
because-
plan
and then
out a
I'll-
huge production.
Exactly, and I'll tell you a little bit about the Ford later because
Yeah.
that's why it takes a year. But when we got together earlier this year to sing something, I said, this is actually the first time we actually sang together. We've always worked together. Same show. I help her with the recordings. I do backup. I've known her for several decades,
Yes.
you know, but then as I'm standing there, both of us singing, like, we've never actually done this before.
This is fate. This is destiny.
Right? You know, so it's like, oh my gosh. And then last night we had a very long rehearsal. It wasn't supposed to be long, but it was so much fun that we spent more time,
Now,
you
did
know,
you do this at the fort or a different place?
Oh, it's still a piano rehearsal. There's several stages in production. So we were at the stage where we're in, you know, we already talked about everything what we want to sing, and then we get together with a musical director.
Who happens to be
Mr. Laurie Illustrin, who flew in from Las Vegas just to rehearse with us.
This is a huge production. Don't miss it.
Yes.
So, continue on with your story about the rehearsal.
Yeah, so we had so much fun because we had a cast of all female, and I'm joined by my friends, also Jonah and Cess, who are, Cecil is a professional backup singer, you know,
Yes.
like myself.
Yes.
We still do it, you know, because...
You're not talking about Azarquan.
No, I'm talking about Cecil Azare.
Azare.
She was with a group called The
And-
Opera.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
Jonah is...
Jonah Peralta is a singer. Oh, see, there you go.
I like your students. It's all fun.
And oh, really? Yeah. Oh, that's
Uh-oh,
good to know.
she gave you away.
She will
She
be in
did
the
it.
show.
Ah,
Yeah, so she is in the show and she's helping out. So, you know, it's really a cast of wonderful women. And I haven't told you about the 2 dance groups of young kids and several other soloists who are
So
doing
we
it.
will have another whole segment
I know.
after this. We're gonna pause and we'll be right back after a few reminders here at the Coffee Corner Show. We're back at the Coffee Corner Show with none other than our favorite, Miss Annie Nepomuceno.
Thank you, Thelma. You're always so
producer, educator, performer. My goodness, this lady does it all. Tell us about the Fort Theater and how you got it there. Again.
Yeah, because you know, a lot of people, I've been telling people this long time, because Los Angeles is very lucky to have a Los Angeles County Arts Commission.
Yes.
And its goal is to recognize the different cultures
Yes.
that make up Los Angeles.
Right.
Okay, so to get into the Ford Theater, so if you can see, this is the season brochure.
Yes.
I always try to get into the season because it's the program of the Los Angeles County Arts
Right.
Commission. So if you open it up, you're like, oh, what? All these shows. And yes,
Right.
of course, Miss Louie Reyes is down there representing our show. So
Yay.
there's a variety of dance, film, rock guitars, because all these people, all these art societies,
Yes.
they apply for this program. It's called the Season Partnership Program at the Ford
So it's a grant.
Theater. It's sort of like a grant, yes.
Okay.
It's similar to that. And it is run by the Board of Supervisors of Los Angeles County. And you see this lovely historic Ford Theater. Isn't it so
I
beautiful?
love
And like you said,
that.
it was renovated.
Yes, I have yet to see it after the renovation.
Yeah, it's wonderful. And you know, the thing is that it's to get into this program,
Yes.
several hundred apply,
Wow.
and only 30 get accepted.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And I always
So wait, do they subsidize the entire? You
No.
get it? No.
No, you
So
still
you're
have, the thing is, you have to prove that you know how to produce a show. You have quality artists, okay? And then when I say produce a show, because it's partially subsidized. They will give you the assistance this way. And because as a producer, I should tell you that the most difficult part is funding it
Sure.
from the beginning. Because like, for example, there are some new operas here
Yes.
and stuff. So that means they have to create it first before it gets on stage. A lot
Sure.
of people don't realize how much work goes into any kind of show.
Sure.
So I learned about this program more than a year ahead. So which means I got the spot last year, and we have like a year to prepare for it.
Nice.
Yeah, and the thing is, but I know about it a year ahead, but I can only announce it when the county announces what the season is
lineup
going to be.
is.
Yeah, what the
Okay.
season is going to be for,
Okay.
for
I'm
this year.
trying to look for you.
Yeah,
in-
we're over
okay.
here. So it's classified dance, film, jazz, and soul. We are here under pop, rock, and folk. There you go.
Yay! Okay,
And
and that's
Louis
what it
over
is.
Yeah.
Pop, rock, and folk. And then they choose the photos, or
Yeah.
you get to choose
We
it?
have we have to submit. Oh, that's interesting. Actually, They do have a template that all the partners have to work with. We have requirements on what photos are most acceptable. When should they be done? When are they due? When do you release? The press release.
Sure.
And we have technical meetings 6 months before and 30 days before.
Oh my goodness. You can't just swing it.
Oh, you can. Just show up and do your stuff. Well, you could probably do that on some certain point, but your production
Has to be solid.
Yeah, the solid.
And you went to school for that.
Yes, I did.
Talk to us about that. You know why idol ko to? You inspire me because you went to school in your adult life.
Yeah.
And you pursued it. That's always in my mind.
Well,
My dream, you realize it. My dream, you realize it.
you know you can do it yourself.
There's a disconnect there, but that's okay. I live my life through you. The character through you. Okay, so talk to them about your schooling.
Well, because, I went to school for music.
Yes.
And that was a couple of decades ago. But then, the industry changes.
Yes.
And in order to keep up,
Relevant to be relevant.
yeah, exactly. And because I really believe that everyone should keep up. I mean, no matter
Yeah,
what,
absolutely.
no matter what industry you're
Yes.
in, because of the fast pace of change, of the changes in
It's
technology,
Yeah.
you're gonna be stuck. You don't want to be stuck into your old ways wherein everyone else is changing around.
Right.
you.
We can't be
That's-
dinosaurs.
Yeah, exactly. But the thing is that you want to keep up because it's basically competition.
Yes.
When in life, I guess, in order to survive,
You
you have to be able to recognize these
Yes.
things when it's right. Change
Yes.
early enough, like don't be the last one.
Adjust, right. Adjust.
Survival of the fittest.
So talk to us about what you went to school for. Most
I
recently.
actually went to school for music business.
There you go. So actually, we're going to end on that note because I want everyone to be inspired by her the way she inspires me, because I always think about, I need to do this, I need to go back to school, I would love to, and then I get a grandchild, which I'm so proud of. But you know what? I can do both, right? I
Yes.
can do both.
You can.
Seriously, she can do it, I can do it.
Yeah, if anyone
And
can
so
do
can
it.
you. We'll be right back here on the Coffee Corner Radio Show. We're back here at the Coffee Corner Show. We can't have enough of Annie. So Annie, talk to us about, before the commercial break, we were talking about your schooling, and then tell us more about the concert. Go
Yeah,
for it.
because you were saying like,
Yes.
when do I
Music
do it?
business.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I studied music business.
Wow.
And the thing is, if you really want to learn about something, you will find that you have like 1,000 options
Sure.
out there that will work for your life. I think
Okay.
I need to say that will work for your life because
The schedule shouldn't be an issue.
yeah, exactly. The schedule shouldn't. Well, it's not that it shouldn't be an issue. You will find a way.
Right.
You will find a way,
If there's a
especially
will.
now because I was talking about that. The reason why I took music business because you have to learn about the aspects of a business. I know this is art.
Yes.
However,
It's so hard to
It's a
monetize
lot.
on it.
well, that's true, and that's why.
That's why you have to be passionate about this craft.
Exactly.
Because it's so hard to make money. I should know. I've been in a few productions. But
Yeah.
you managed to do that successfully.
Well-
Why is that? What is the secret of Annie Nepomuceno? Go for it.
There's a big emphasis on marketing. Artists are not known to be focused on
Yes.
marketing or the business side.
Yes.
So I do recognize that, and I have recognized it since I was young. I think I just didn't know that was it.
Right.
Because I was concerned, like, how do people perceive your show?
Right.
Why do people want to come to your show?
How do you fill up
Yeah.
the Ford Theater?
Yeah, exactly. But the thing is, when I got a lot of information when I went to school, and I went to school to
Tell us a few of those.
UCLA. Yeah, so because they do have a program for music business at a
Yes.
certificate level, and it.
What is the one or two things that comes to mind? What are the
Actually-
two things you learned?
What I learned there, actually, this is very interesting. I can't say one or two things, but the thing is, like, a lot of people say, don't go into the music business, don't be an artist, you'll be poor. You'll be poor if you don't know anything about business.
Correct.
But the thing is, in music, you have multiple income streams, and that's what I studied in school
Okay, good.
for. Because if you're a writer, for example, you make money out of licensing, meaning
Sure.
you own your intellectual property, everything you make, which you make as an artist, I mean, there's no
Correct.
hindrance. But then you should be able to license it. That means people use it, you
Right.
record it, you sell recorded versions of it, they use
So
it
there's
in
an
movies.
investment.
Yeah, so that's music licensing and publishing, because there's also a business, because some people have too many songs, somebody else has to manage it, they make a commission.
Got it.
There's artist management,
Okay.
there's touring.
Can I just study what you instead of going to
Exactly.
UCLA? Can I just like maybe have
Gotta do something neat.
Yes, of course. She already knows how to monetize.
Exactly. Yeah, but the thing is that because of the changes now, even in education, you can get all these education, like even
I know there are free courses
music.
online.
You can start with free.
And on the app.
Yeah, and then you have a choice of attending a class or attending it online.
Okay.
And
what
lots
did
of
you do?
schools are. I didn't know. I wanted to go there
Me
because
too.
I wanted to meet people.
Yeah.
And fortunately, in UCLA, our professors were in the industry. So we have. But the thing is, they're not artists. They're music lawyers.
Nice.
You know,
the business side.
managers.
The business side of it.
They are promoters.
Right.
You know, the promotion is very good. When
Were
say
you
promotion-
able to use any of your network from UCLA? to
Yes,
help you?
yes, because I had to do recording. So my
Right.
music production teacher, he helped me out a lot, and then, you know, we do stuff like that.
You gotta go after. You gotta stop this girl. from her. So talk to us about concert.
Well,
When is
yeah.
it?
So this is
And what
going
are
to
the price
be.
points?
Yeah, the tickets start at $40. It's very inexpensive, and I mean for what you're getting.
No, absolutely.
And it's on October 7 at 6:30 p.m.
Is that a Saturday?
It's a Sunday,
It's a
so
Sunday.
it's kind of, that's why it's kind of early. But
Okay.
people should know you can picnic at the Ford
Yeah,
Theaters.
it's like the Hollywood Bowl.
Exactly. You can eat at your seat and bring your own wine, but people come, the gates will open at 4:30. So
Oh,
that means
nice.
in the lovely surroundings, like they
Yes.
have a lot of tables, it's surrounded by greenery. They have a new terrace, the Zavieroslavsky Terrace, which is named after one of the supervisors, board of the supervisors who were really active in keeping the fort
Wow.
alive, this program alive. So there's a lot of people around,
Right.
even before the show starts.
Oh, fun.
And when
So
the
we
show
can network.
starts, yeah, actually we didn't talk about the show that much yet.
Yes,
because
go. Talk to them.
Yeah.
Go say it to this on this camera and on that.
Okay.
This is okay, go for it.
So for example,
For the up close one, you gotta go.
yeah, so we have Louis Reyes,
Yes.
who is known as a jazz diva. So you know,
Yes.
hearing her
Yeah.
sing live is something else.
Yes.
And you just
No,
have
she's-
to be there.
A sight to behold. For
Exactly,
Sure.
and-
sound to behold.
And Odette Quesada, if you may know, she
She's
was
bloomed. Oh my goodness.
Yes,
Look at this
she
photo.
wrote her first hit, not song, hit, meaning and it's still
Yeah, money.
something.
Yes.
When she was 17 years old.
Can you
And she
imagine?
has a very large collection of songs, and we were like, we can't sing them. So it's gonna
course.
take us days. So, but then you know, she's a good friend of mine.
And I'm getting a 2-minute warning. So go and
Yeah,
go to
and
the
then
other
we
version.
have Geneva Cruz, who, you know, she's like, you know, known now as the
The
sexy
sexy.
song
Sultry.
But she started in her preteen years with
Yes,
the group
I remember
Smoky
that.
Mountain under Ryan Fiabiab, who is my mentor,
Uh-huh.
you know, in music. So it's like we've known each other for decades too.
Sure.
And she has a lot of hits.
Okay,
Also,
great.
yeah.
Now, that's a surprise. G Tongi, I didn't know she sang.
G Tanji was my voice student.
No
Before,
kidding.
yeah, before we joined each other when we were working on Kababayan today.
Yes.
We've known each other for a while. But the reason why she's in my shows, she
Yes.
was also in the Ryan Peyabiab show.
I
Because she's a very big proponent of Filipino culture being learned by the younger generation. So
Nice.
we're going to launch a song or a program actually that kind of like helps younger kids learn more about their culture.
So it's
we're
for
gonna
all
do it.
ages. It's across the board.
Yes, exactly.
For more information, tell them your website.
Okay, my website is musicartsevents.com and it will take you to the fordtheaters.org where you can buy tickets.
Wonderful. And a few words to say goodbye. Tell them to follow us on
Facebook, we have it on Instagram,
and
and
subscribe
on the YouTube channel.
And we will be right back next week. See ya.
Thank you, Thelma.
Of course. Thank you. This is Thelma signing off for the Coffee Corner Show.
hope you enjoyed the show for today. Make sure to check us out on the Facebook page, like us. We have a YouTube channel, and of course, go to our website. We post every week. Make sure to also be part of our live studio audience every Saturday. Looking forward to see you then. Bye.